Welcome to our chair yoga routine. Let's start by being seated on our chair, feet flat on the floor, and with an in-breath, raise both your arms overhead, and with your exhale, let's drop our arms back down. Big inhale in, arms up, exhaling your arms back down. Let's raise one leg up, straight in front of us, rotating our ankle, clockwise and anti-clockwise, and dropping our shoulders away from our ears. And repeat on the other leg. Raise it up straight out in front, rotating it clockwise, anti-clockwise. Let's raise the first leg up, pulling your toes up to your nose. Let's repeat on the other leg, stretching out those calf muscles. Let's look over our right shoulder, grabbing onto the back of the chair, opposite arm on opposite thigh. Turning around the other way. And when you exhale, releasing back to the center. Let's sit on the side of our chair. And we're going to turn around and look over our shoulder, using both hands to pull the back of the chair towards us, pulling our spine up straight. And when you're ready, let's swing onto the other side, breathing in, grabbing onto the back of the chair, looking over our shoulder. And on your exhale, we'll release back to center. Coming to the back of our chair, standing straight, let's lean our arms forwards, holding onto the back of the chair, and we're going to do a forward fold supported by the back of our chair. And then coming to the side of our chair. Moving our hands down to the base of the chair, keeping our knees bent, having a lower forward fold, being mindful of our breath. And then on your next inhale, drop your hips down, looking up to the ceiling. On your next exhale, dropping your head down, bring those hips back up. And again, we'll breathe in, looking up to the sky, dropping our hips down. Now coming to standing, let's take a deep breath in. Arms up, deep breath out. Let's open our legs up wide. The knee that is closest to the chair, let's bend that pointing towards the base of the chair. We'll breathe in, circling the top arm up and over, looking under our armpit, looking up towards the sky. And your next exhale, let's drop that bat leg down and looking over the top of the chair, dropping that knee down. With our back legs straight, looking over the chair. Now let's reposition ourselves. We're going to breathe in and we're going to circle that top arm up and over our head and the furthest away foot at a right angle. We've got one foot pointing directly through underneath the chair. We've got one arm resting on the chair for support, and we're going to look underneath our armpit, trying to look up to the sky. And the leg closest to the chair is bent. With our next out breath, we'll come back up to standing and come to the other side of our chair. Let's step ourselves a couple of steps away from the chair so we have a wide stance. We're going to have our front leg closest to the chair, pointing through the chair. And again, as we did the other side, we're going to breathe in, circle the top arm up and look underneath our arm up to the sky. Using the chair as balance, stretching out that back calf muscle. Hold it here for a few breaths. And as we did on the other side, let's bend our arm that's resting on the chair and rest our elbow either on the chair or on our knee. Take a breath in and a breath out. Do this for a few times. And when you're ready on your next exhale, we're going to square up our hips facing towards the chair, and we're going to drop that back knee down. Our front knee's still bent. We have our knee over our foot. And we're going to rest our arms on the chair, stretching out our hip. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Then let's straighten that back leg, coming up off the ground. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Let's step that front leg back to join the back foot, and we're going to do a forward bend. Have a slight bend in your legs and take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, dropping your hips, looking up to the sky, using the chair as support, and exhaling, bringing yourself back. Dropping your hips, looking up to the sky, and exhaling, bringing yourself back. Now let's get ourselves seated on the chair. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to bring our left foot onto our right thigh, taking some deep breaths in. If you feel comfortable, gently lean forward slightly, resting your arms wherever you feel comfortable, and take a few breaths. And then we'll swap over to the other foot when you're ready, releasing that left foot, bringing your right foot up onto the left thigh. Taking some mindful breaths. After your next exhale, let's release that down. Let's bring the other foot up, your knee into your chest. And let's stretch out that ankle again, rotating it clockwise, anti-clockwise. And then we'll move on to the other foot, swapping over. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a few breaths. And releasing that down. Let's take another deep breath in, arms out wide on our side, and exhaling down. Now let's move our chair into a position that will enable us to lie on our back with our lower legs supported on the chair. If you manoeuvre your bottom quite close to the base of your chair, and resting your feet and lower legs. So get yourself comfortable. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4 and breathe out for a count of 8. Breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe out for a count of 8. Repeat this a few more times. Remain here for as long as you need, as we've now completed our practice.